drill press is finally ready to be used. I have the bottom plate that can be adjusted according to the holes in the frame on both sides, and the pin underneath on both sides. I've made the lighter bar. Instead of having two of those beams, I have one. I've put the sliders in and screwed them in place. I was going to put some bearings or sliders underneath, but I think that should work just fine. The springs pull in the middle, so it shouldn't have too much tendency to rock. The Teflon actually holds it in one place, so it doesn't slide back and forth. And that both sides, of course. And the springs could do with being a bit lighter too. Those are truck hood springs, so they're a little heavy. But it will lift everything now. All comes up. There it is. 120-ton press. This standing press is something I made years ago. Just recently painted it, but it's made from scrap I-beam. It was I-beam that was given to me from holding X-ray up on the ceiling. Ceiling tube mount. Just cut the pieces as needed to make the various parts. Bolted them together so that it can be disassembled. So it's not just one big lump of heavy iron. And I've got a 20-ton jack in there to apply the pressure, and one plate there that can be moved and punched through down to the floor if need be. And that's where I use the tire remover, that red thing there you see. So it's all scrap metal. There's steel angle iron that I scrounged up, stainless steel bolts holding everything together. It's firm, steady. It retracts quickly if I need it to. One thing with the 20-ton jack though is that it is slow. Works good. I've done a number of things with it. It's handy for removing bearings, putting things back together. The slides work well. It's much easier to move than it used to be. I used to have a double piece that slid up and down on the outside on each side, and that was very heavy, very hard to get to lift. And then this piece, also made from the same steel, bolted together. Those guides, the angle iron acts to hold it centered so it can't move out of the slots. And then these pins here are stainless steel because they're tougher. 5/8 holes all the way down. So you can move this table or pressing platform, if you like, all the way down to the bottom. We're doing something like an axle. There you have it, all made from scrap steel. All it cost me was labor, and I think I paid $40 for the 20-ton jack. You can put a heavier jack in there if you want, but it works well for everything I need it for. I want to thank you for watching through to the end. I hope you have enjoyed this video and any of the other ones that you have seen. And I have a favor to ask. The way YouTube works and other social media, if I don't have likes and dingy bells, then I get ignored. So it's getting harder and harder to find my channel when I do searches to check on how it's going. So if you could subscribe or hit the little dingy bell, that would be wonderful. That would help me a lot. If you think you have some friends who might enjoy this series, I ask you to let them know. The more that YouTube and Rumble, etc. see favorites And people who are watching, the more they recommend it. It's getting so that when I even search my channel with the exact name, I end up down the list, and they're putting other sites before this one. So if you can help out in that way, I would sincerely appreciate it. To this point, in the 6 months or so that I've been doing these videos, I've received one comment, which tells me that not many people are watching. The most popular video I've had is about 250 people. So I'm not complaining, and I do hope this is helpful. I would like to see more people watching. It would help to encourage me in these efforts. And the one comment I did have, though, was positive. So in that regard, I'm running a 100% positivity rate. Thank you.